Amazing.
Good morning, everyone. This morning we count the performance of important persons as Lucy Wishka, Catherine Quiña, Erika Santamaria, and Miguel Endávalos. The topic for today is the conversation, implicature, and presupposition in pragmatics. The object of this interview is to know the importance of them. Each person will have just 1 minute to answer each question. Thanks a lot to be here. It's a pleasure for me to come with you. So let's start. Lucy, what is pragmatic for you?
Hi, Helen. The pragmatics, as you know, is a study or try to understand the meaning of the context or situation and that the speakers try to say it in any kind of expression, right?
Yes, you're right. So, Erica, do you think it is important for teachers to know about pragmatics?
Yes, of course, it's very important to know about pragmatics because it interests in analyzing how language produce and interprets sentences, word, phrase, or statements in a given context.
Okay, I agree with you. So, Catherine, are there some advantage of pragmatics?
Yes, the pragmatic has the advantage. So it is important to learn the second language. So the learning is necessary to know what is the components that meaning, the assumption, or the different time that have the pragmatic.
Sure. Every of your points were very good. So now, I am going to give you just a little summary of what is pragmatic. It is the study of context, how contributes the meaning, and the study about the meaning delivered by the speaker or writing and interpreted by the listener or the reader. So now let's follow with our interview about pragmatics. The first topic that we are going to see it is conversational implicature. Please the following slide. So I am going to give you okay, next slide. Okay, I am going to give you a little concept about conversational implicature. So in everyday conversation or utterance often combine information that goes above and beyond the contents that we explicit assert or goes beyond what it said by our utterance. So here we have some features about conversational implicature. It is conveyed by an utterance, but that is not part of its literal and semantic context. Also, it is independent of conventional meaning. Let's consider the following example. Are you going to the party? I don't like parties. So here we have they are not going to answer these questions about if you are going to go to the party. They say, I don't like party. So we interpret that at the end of this conversation, the person won't go to the party. So it is clear for you, Lucy?
Mm, kind of, Helen, but I may add something in that part inside the conversational implication is that is all that the message or that the expression of the speakers combined that are often above any beyond the literature meaning of the words that the speaker tried to say. As you can see in that example, it is good for me.
Yes, okay, I am agree with you. You got right. And this example is understandable for you, Catherine.
For me, yes, Helen, I understand this example. So the people A say, are you going to the party tonight? And the persons B say, I don't like the party. So in this part, the conversational implicature mention that this person, these people, he won't go to this party.
Okay, fine. So let's follow to the next slide, please. Okay, now I am going to talk to you about what implicatures from the quantified maxim is. It is according to which a speaker must make their contribution to the conversation as informative as is required, or don't make your contribution more informative that is required. So here we have some example. Are you from Argentina? No. Here we have just an specific information and a specific answer, okay? Then we have a ranked answer that has his level. It was excellent, it was good, it was okay. Okay, it is short or okay, so instead of say I am not certain enough to say that I know, we use just believe, okay. Erica, can you give me some examples about this implicator from the quantify maxim?
Okay, in this case, I'm going to write the example. It is how old are you? In this case, my answer is I'm 20 years old. In this case, I provide the specific information that requires the person that asks me. In this case, it's a short question and specific information I tell use.
Sure, you got right. Another example?
For example, Lucy, do you like the pizza?
Yes, of course.
So in this example, in to provide short information about this example.
Okay, fine, you understand it.
So in this
So
case,
let's move to the
in
next
this case,
topic.
So in this case, it's a specific information that you know to give a person, okay?
Yep, you're right. Now let's follow. Now, can you move the slide? Okay. Catherine, can you tell us about implicators from manner? Can you explain us?
Of course. Okay, now I am going to explain about the implicature for manner. Okay, in this part, it's important to know the listener or reader to assume the events in the present in the particular order. In this case, I have the example. Do you, okay, the person A say, do you love me? And the person B say, of course. So in this case, the implicature is provide that the person B is cooperative and he or she is giving me clear, ambiguous answers. So therefore, the the person B love me. Sorry. So it's clear this example.
Yes, can I make my example?
Okay, please.
Okay, you said that we have to present a particular order. So my sentences is, I am sick, then I go to the doctor. First, maybe I was in the raining and I wait for it, and I arrived to my house and I get sick, and then I rest to my bed maybe for 2 days, and after that, I go to the doctor, and finally I was healed. I was very good. So this is a good example.
Yes, it is
Mm.
the excellent example because in
Ma-
this implicature from manner is follow a sequence in the uterus. Okay.
May something.
Okay.
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 This
Yes.
Okay, I can understand in this aspect the conversational implication. It refers to something that a speaker suggests with an utterance, even though it is not expressed. Implications can provide a communicator more effectively by the explicitly saying that everything we want to communicate something.
Yes, Lucy, it
That
is
is my.
the good point. Very good. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. Let's follow. Okay,
Okay.
Kathy. Can you tell us more about implicators from relevance?
Yes, of course. Okay, now I am going to explain implicature for relevance. In this case, it is considered the conversational implicature based on the answer's assumption. It's mean the speaker is assumed to observing or floating the conversion max in the relation or the relevance. Okay, in this case, the speaker is done responsibility about the action the people be. In this case, The people A say, "Can you tell me the time?" But the people B say, "Well, the milkman has come." In this case, the speaker A don't answer this question because he person don't responsibility for the action the people A. Do you understand this example? Can you tell me with another?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course, I understand. For one example will be when we go to the meeting and ask any people what time is it. In this case, the person I ask, she or he ignores use and omits my question.
Yes, Erika, it is a good example. In this case, when the teacher omits your question, it's combine the implicature, the relevance question. So thank you.
Okay, let's move to the next slide, please. Okay, Lucy, can you tell us about what is presuppositions, please?
Point. Okay, as you can see in this slide, the presuppositions, it's all the assumption, sorry, it's referred to the assumptions that a listener interprets about the any expression that is emitted by a speaker. It is really important to know inside the pragmatics, because it allows to construction the specific meaning inside the discourse. So I mean that is mean the is inside the presupposition. It's I make the inference on a utterance are already known to be true or and accepted by the conversational participants, or at least the speakers assume so when the utterance is made. It is important.
Okay, fine. Can you help us with some examples?
And okay, yes, for the more understandable this topic is we have this example. Um, okay, as you can see in this part, the sentences that the speaker maybe that the listener can you read is the president of Ecuador has a luxurious car. Uh, with these sentences, that the listening or that the reading can be interpreted these sentences because he said or he think that there is exists a president of Ecuador, or maybe the president is a rich. And also another sentences is I wish I had studied medicine. But in the presupposition, the reader either interpretate these sentences and said, I didn't know the study medicine, maybe, or that person didn't study medicine now. For that's understand that part, Helen, Kathy.
Yes,
Yes.
Lucy, I understand.
Okay,
Okay.
tell me more example about it, please. Erika, maybe, or Kathy.
Okay, now. Okay. My sentence is my grandmother had a series. Okay.
Can you write, please?
Okay, in this moment. Oh, okay. Okay. The sentence is my grandmother had a sister. And for the preposition maybe. She she did is the first presupposition. The second maybe she is in a hospital. And the third presupposition can be sorry, can be she is in an ambulance. So it is my
Yes,
example. It's
yes,
correct?
that's right. That's right for me.
Okay, with the examples of Catherine and the explanation of Lucy was understandable this topic. As a little summary, we can say that the prepositions are type of pragmatics inference by which the speaker of a statement transmits a certain type of explicit information in which is essential that there is shared knowledge between the sender and receiver of this statement. Okay, it was very clear. Thank you. Let's follow, okay?
Okay, and the final topic is about the preposition distinguished from entailment. That refers to akin to the encode in the language meaning that characterize semantics. There are divided into the emphatic predicatives and time clauses. Emphatic predicatives that refers to the class of verbs and adjectives or tigers that depend of the context. About the time clause is the place where the action take take any activity they can do. For example, here we have three examples, and the first is about the distinguish from entailment, that it matters that they like to use, it doesn't matter that they like to use, that it matters that they like to use. In this case, that refers to the like to use in the context. Catherine, could you rate this example and give me some explanation about the place?
Okay, in the third sentence is I loved you when we were in the Monterey. In this case, the sentence is focused on the time. In this case, in the place is Monterey. Is correct?
Yes, of course. In this case, when you don't provide a specific place, there are no where do you the action. For example, I love you when we were in Monterrey. When you admit Monterrey, that the reader or the speaker doesn't understand when you state. Okay.
Okay, as a summary about our topics, we can say that the pragmatic is about the use of utterance in context, about how we manage a conveying more that is literally encoded by semantics of sentences. The extra and difference meaning inferable as conversational implicatures, say production, effort, and presuppositions is upper-based future of communication. This is all for interview. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much,
Goodbye.
friends.
Thank you. Goodbye.